What it do, grow gang? It's your main man, Young Davey, Matt Fly, Two Wise, checking in, man, with grow update number 38, 48. It's 38 or 48. Hold on. Whoa. Let me check. 48. Oh shoot, we done dropped 48 of these joints.
Give me a hell yeah.
If this your first time watching, man, please subscribe right now. Hit the like button right now, bro. I'm gonna show y'all all walks of life. We're going from clone to stone. And you can see the beginning of how the plant's gonna end right there. That's how they look in the beginning. And this is how they're looking towards time to flip. When it's time for me to flip my clones, they looking about like this. I still got them in 1 gallon pots. I should have been transferred them over to 3 gallon pots. They have been begging to be transferred to 3 gallon pots. But as you can see, I just don't have the space, man. So I've been letting them rock. But soon here, I'm gonna get them over to the 4x4s and the 3x3s and get them flipped soon. As you can see, those red solo cups up top mean we got new beans popping in a jungle inside of this 2x4. Now, this is the most recent update on the clones. And my new beans are running. We got the mob only runts coming. Gotta have that. Some of that ooh la la. That was amazing. We got some Rude Girl and Rainbow Belts coming from Taste Buds. Salute the Taste Buds. And I just won 2024 Grow Champ. So yeah, man, I'm the 2024 Grow Champion for Taste Buds. Make some noise for your boy, man. We did that. Thank y'all so much for the support. But yep, this is what over-veg plants look like. And they coming up out of here ASAP, bro. So don't even worry. But moving along, when it's time to flip these bad girls, see in the back, we got one phenotype of the Bahama Bussdown, and up front, it's the second phenotype of Bahama Bussdown. I popped 3 seeds, 2 came up. These are the 2 that I kept around. They went super duper purple during the winter, and I think it was just because the temperatures was cold. You're gonna see how they look in this run, but still fire. I'm actually smoking on the plants that's in the back right now, bro, and I think I say this every time, but it's the best weed I've ever grown to date. Maybe because I've been doing it for a while, I'm getting better. I'm locked in with my techniques. I know my lights, like I got it pretty dialed in. So maybe I'm getting better end results, just having more experience. But this last run, this run I'm smoking on now, best weed I ever smoked in my life. And yeah, as you can see, from the flip from clone, once I get them from clone and flip them, this is how they get to looking. Mid flower, early flower, you know what I mean? We got the buds just forming. This is around end of week 4, week 5ish. Yeah, I can see because they starting to get a little weight to them. So this is like beginning of week 5 flower. The frost is setting in already. Buds getting super heavy. They're gonna start leaning. I've been hitting them with the silica to try to prevent that, and I've been hitting them with banana teas. That's when I just throw a banana peel into a 5 gallon bucket with water over 24 hours. The next day I pH it down, give it to the plants, and they absolutely love it. I still recharge every Monday. In between time, I'm adding my fish shit, my Foop sweetener, my Humboldt Secret sweet and sticky, you know what I mean? Some silica, Cal Mag, of course. And yeah, that's what I add in throughout the week at its proper dosage. I would recommend, if you want to go my route, figure out what's going to work for your plant and your garden, and added in, you know what I mean, bit by bit. But as you can see, I found a recipe that works for me. This is week 6 footage, and man, as you can see, buds all up in the LED, man. The back phenotype super tall and purple. The front phenotype short, squat, fat, really dense nugs. But that one that's in the back is really, really tall, inches away from the LED, man. I've super cropped buds that grew past the LED, and these are side branches that are still shooting up, almost touching the LED. So I can imagine if I never topped that plant, it would be crazy. This one up front, the frost is coming in really, really, really nice here early week 5. And the one in the back, frosted out. It's icy. The frost is coming in on the one in the front, and this one in the back is already icy and already going purple. Love the trichome coverage on that plant. It's starting to stack a little bit better than it did last run, and it's definitely taller, man. Long veggies help. I've vegged these plants out from clone maybe 6 weeks. The ones that's in the 2x4 now obviously been vegging the entire time these been the flower. So you know what I mean, I would like to get them flowered out faster so I don't have to deal with them going into the LEDs. But when you're on a perpetual schedule, that's what you're dealing with, man. Now jumping over into this 4x4, we got the same plants, the same layout. Bahama Bussdown. 2 in the front, Bahama Bussdown, phenotype number 2. The 2 in the back were the taller phenotype. Well, you know what? We got 3 of the short phenotype in this tent and 1 of the tall purple one in here. And this is end of week 7 footage. Almost into week 8. And you can see how it's gonna look, how tall those tall plants in the back are gonna end up looking just like this. You know what I mean? Those short, thick ones in the front are gonna look like the plants we just seen. So yeah, and these plants are done now and fire. Like I'm saying, this footage right here, end of week 7 going into week 8, and this is right before chop. Where I was actually chopping the tall plant that's in the back because it was ready. This is end of week 8 footage going into week 9. This that short phenotype of the Bahama Bussdown, and it's super duper fat. It didn't perp out for me, but it's still frosted up and still super duper fat. Some of the densest nugs ever. That tall one in the back ended up leaning and going pretty purple and pink. Some of the prettiest flower I've ever seen. And I actually got some of the footage of the flower, of that flower. You know what I mean? I'ma pop it in there. Y'all just make sure y'all stick around. But I had started chopping this plant down, and I was like, oh man, maybe I should show off how it looked right before I chop it all the way down, or show how it looked when it's harvest time or when I thought it was ready to harvest. And at this point, yeah, it was definitely ready for me. And smoking on it now, I'm glad I harvested with it when I did. It's full of flavor, despite being super green and not really flushing like that, or the color's not flushing out. It's real smooth, long lasting high, and the couch lock crazy. I tried to pull it and not have a lot of couch lock, but yeah, I'd be high as hell smoking on that plant. And you can see the other phenotype. All of these clones the same. I gave them the same, and it's making, the camera is making it yellow out like really hard. Well, my cell phone making it yellow out, but man, and this is the day before these girls come down. Well, the night before. Well, matter of fact, this is present time, like a couple of hours ago. A couple of hours after this recording. I'm chopping these plants down tomorrow. Y'all gonna see. And of course I put the buds in the next grow update. So if you want to see what these buds look like, you gotta stick around for the next grow update. But yeah, man, for that purple plant that we chopped down that you no longer see in here, I got them buds in here. And they real pretty too, bro. But these buds, man, it just seemed like they didn't want to finish. As you can see, new pistils still popping, and my trichomes was still mostly clear and milky. I had some milky ones here and there, but no amber at all yet. So it's just taking this one a long time to finish. This is like week 9 footage at this point. I'm sitting here patiently waiting for these girls to finish. And like I said, it was like the night before. Well, you know, no, because I got another clip of this same plant after this. So yeah, this is like the end of week 9, moving into week 10. Excuse me. Had a high moment. But you can see, man, these buds are fat, like the size of my fist. All of the buds super thick. The internodal spacing is pretty decent for the most part on the main colas. The side branches even got really big ass buds on them, man. I think I'm gonna come out with a decent amount of weight on these girls. And now this is the present time. This is the video that I thought we was at. This was a couple hours ago. Got a nice fade too. The one in the front didn't want to fade at all. Don't know why. And I'm giving them an ice bath tonight. Just cause. See if I can make them go purple like they did last time. These fuckers don't want to go purple, and they went so purple and pretty last time. But it's all good. It's all good. And as you can see, camera going yellow out again. I don't know why it does that. But this is a better color representation of the bud. Some purple actually starting to pop up. Definitely on the sugar leaves, you see the bud, the color, the purple on the sugar leaves. But we getting some purple on the calyxes too as well. That's kind of the point of me ice flushing. Trying to force that purple in there. You know what I mean? Dropping the temps in the root zone, stressing it out a little bit. Get a little bit more frost, a little bit more resin production. Hey, and I'm not doing the 48 hours of dark this time, so ice bath, we're gonna run it that way. You know what I mean? And these buds fat as hell. You see them leaning all over the place. I raised my trellis up some, and they still flopping and leaning over, which is a really good thing. In my opinion, that means, boy, we're gonna have some decent weight. Gonna have some decent weight to come off these. And they smell good too, bro. Really pungent, dank, to the taste on the purple plant that I'm smoking now. It got like a bubblegum, it got that bubblegum floral dankiness that I love, man. It's unique, and yeah, it got the whole Zaza exotic thing going. I'm ready to smoke on this though, cause looking at it now, giving it a closer look, I think that's gonna be fire. Moving along, looking at what we smoking on now. That's the really tall plant that's growing into the LEDs. The really tall, really purple one. You see I got the flash on now. And that purple and pink is definitely still there on the calyxes. And it's super frosty too. Oh man, it tastes just as good as it looks. Smell just as good as it looks. Got a couple pictures in there too, man. This plant fire, bro. I'm glad I got 2 more on the way. It ended up giving me 130 grams. And I probably smoked about an eighth. After the eighth that I smoked, the scales, you know what I mean? I weighed up all 3 of my jars and I ended up getting 130 grams off one plant. Over 4 ounces, cannot beat that. I'm not mad at that at all. Of some premium, top shelf, boutique level bud. Not gonna find stuff like this in dispensaries or pop-up shops. The stuff like this, guys usually keep it to themselves and charge you $50 and $60 an eighth for it, bro. It's fire. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And yeah, oh, last but not least, man, my first time doing a one big old plant like this. Now, I ran plants in 10-gallon pots before. All of the plants that you seen before in my 4x4s, I ran in 5-gallon pots. I usually do 5-gallon pots, 4 plants in my 4x4 tent, and that'll fill it out real good, get decent yields. This is my first time doing one big old plant, bro. So in my 3x3, I got this plant sitting inside of a 10-gallon pot. I thought it was a Bahama Bussdown. But it's not. And I have no idea what it is. All I know, it smell like orange juice. It smell like fresh squeezed orange juice. And it's probably an Orangiana. But the thing is, one of those Orangiana plants was special, and I think this the one. I think I got the right one. 2 of them I wasn't really a big fan of, but it was one out the bunch that just yielded a whole bunch of stinky ass bud that smelled and tasted just like orange juice. And this plant doing the same thing. I wanted it to be a Bahama Bussdown so bad. I thought it was. I must have mislabeled my clone in the pot when I was transferring it from the cloner and potting them up. I must have mislabeled it, but it's cool. I'm not tripping. Look at the bud, bro. Super fat. It's gonna perp out. And frosty as hell. It wasn't that frosty last run. And that's the thing that's tripping me out a little bit. I just top dressed them. I top dressed them a week late, so that's why you see a little early yellowing, but that yellowing gonna flip right over to purple. And this plant is performing like crazy as far as the stacking. Top sites everywhere, just bud everywhere, man. It looked like I got 4 plants in here, but nah. One big ass plant. I stripped the bottom down, shaved the legs on that girl, as you can see. And I ain't gonna fake, man. Just looking at the results off this plant, I think I want to run it like this from now on. It's stretched all the way out. This is like week 5. I want to say week 5 or week 6 inside of this tent. Possibly week 6. Cause these buds getting fat as hell. You can see after the top dress, the nutrients start breaking down. The plants uptaking the nutrients perfectly fine. That yellowing gone. Leaves greening back out. I thought that was gonna perp out, but nah, they greening back out, and the bud is looking immaculate, man. How much weed y'all think I'm gonna get? I wonder how much is this gonna yield. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a pound. One thing I'm 100% sure of, this is gonna be the biggest yield that came out of this 3x3. Last time I ran autoflowers, and all 4 of the autoflowers that I ran out of here didn't even give me half a pound. And just looking at all these buds, looking at this one, I think I might hit that P out of the 3x3. If I could pull a pound out of this 3x3, bro, you know that'll be, oh my God, that'll be amazing. But yep, we up on a 300 watt light, so if we're going grams per watt, I don't know, man. I think I can do it though. I think we can break, we might can break over 400 grams. 420 and some change to be exact. But yep, OGs, youngins, day ones, new members alike, appreciate y'all so much, man. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, like I said, and I catch y'all on Grow Up Date 59. That'll be next. Oh my God. Peace out.